Hello everyone and welcome back to TradeSmart. This is the release and tutorial video for our new TradingView strategy script. This script is based on TradePro's 1 trade a day 1 minute time frame breakout trading strategy. This is our 5th bigger trading script release and is available on our Patreon page with the other 4 big strategy scripts and 5 additional premium scripts and tools. Access to these scripts do cost money, so if you are not interested, feel free to skip this video and check back 1 week later for new content. Link to our Patreon page is down in the description. Just like with the last premium script release, you can enter into a giveaway in which you can win 2 months access for this script. More info later in this video. With that out of the way, now I will show you the basic rules of this strategy, then we will go over the script and its functions, and finally I will show you how to set up the original strategy with this script and the deep backtest results with over 450 trades. First, let's see the rules of the strategy. The original strategy used the US 30 1-minute chart, but I also tested the strategy on the US 100 chart and found that the strategy performs much better on the US 100 1-minute chart. So, I am going to use that one. This will be a quick simplified explanation. For detailed strategy rules and 100 trade backtest results, check out my original video of this strategy by clicking on the pop-up or find the link down in the description. For this strategy, you need 3 indicators: the stochastic RSI, the super trend, and the NNFX ATR. So let's add them to the chart. First, open up the Indicators tab and type in stochastic RSI. Click on this one. We don't need to change any settings on the stochastic RSI, so let's move on. Back to the Indicators tab and type in NNFX ATR. With the NNFX, we do need to change some settings, so open up its settings. First, change the SL value to 2. Then go to the style settings, untick the buy TP, the sell TP and the main ATR. Finally, change the line styles to step line. And for the last indicator, type in super trend and click on this one. Now open up the super trend settings and we are going to modify the super trend to move just like the NNFX ATR would. So change the length to 14, the source to close, and finally the multiplier to 2. As this is a breakout trading strategy, the strategy will check first for the highest and the lowest points between the 9 and 9:30 trading session. Make sure that your chart is set to show the exchange's time zone. Once the high and the low levels have been set, we wait for a candle breakout with a close in either direction. If the first breakout of this range is to the upside, we can only enter into long position. If the breakout is to the downside, we can only enter into a short position that day. In this example, the first breakout was to the upside, so we are looking for a long entry. The next step is to wait for the stochastic lines to go under the 20 level. This gives us a nice pullback entry into a continuation. After the stochastic RSI pulled back under the 20 level, we wait for a cross up. When the cross up occurs, we can enter into a long position. Stop loss goes to the lower NNFX ATR line and we don't use a take profit level. The trade will get closed when the trailing stop loss, which is the super trend, changes from green to red. As I said, this is just a simplified explanation. For full strategy rules, chart setup and backtest, check out the original video of this strategy. Now open up the script and let's go over the base logic. On the top you can find the observed time interval setup. Here you can set which time interval should the strategy check for high and low points. In the original strategy, we look for highs and lows between the 9 and 9:30 interval, but you can set up, for example, a New York session breakout strategy by setting the start and the end hours to the New York sessions. Under the time interval section, you have a few plot on the chart options, a candle lookback or candle tolerance option, and an allow all trades outside of the observed time interval option. The candle lookback function is made for those occasions when the stochastic recently crossed up just before the end of the 9:30 session. If you want to allow the strategy to enter into a position if the stochastic RSI recently crossed up, then we have to give a candle tolerance value for the stochastic RSI here. Originally, the strategy would take only 1 trade a day, but with ticking the allow all trades outside the observed time interval option, all of the trades are going to be taken in the chosen breakout direction. Under this section, we have the stochastic RSI settings. As I mentioned earlier, we use the stochastic RSI as our entry signal indicator. Here you can set up the basic properties of the stochastic RSI, and you can also set the high and low limits where the stochastic needs to pull back in order to have a valid crossover entry. For example, in case of a long position, if you want the stochastic RSI to go under the 10 level before it can give a valid cross-up entry signal, set the long boundary to 10. In case of a short position, if you want the stochastic to only enter, for example, if both the stochastic lines have gone above the 70 line, then set the short boundary to 70. And the last option in the base logic section is to allow trades when only one line is above/under the boundaries. If you take a look at the stochastic RSI, it can easily happen that only one line goes below the set low limit or goes above the set high limit before the cross up or cross down. With ticking this box, you allow that one line is enough to cross the set boundaries of the stochastic RSI for a valid entry. With these settings I mentioned before, you can set up the base logic of the strategy. Under this section, you can set up your stop losses, take profits, trade management options, position sizing, and you also have access to all of our developed trade filters and limiters to further improve the strategy. I won't explain these sections now, as next week I will be sharing with you a full tutorial video for the TradeSmart premium scripts. This video will be around a 1.5 hours long detailed tutorial video, in which I reveal some of my personal ideas and trading methodologies while explaining the functions of our scripts. This video will be a private one, as most of our viewers won't take the time to watch long videos like this or simply not interested. But for those who are seriously interested in algorithmic or systematic trading and want to learn about my trading methods or how powerful trading scripts like ours can be, I will be sharing the YouTube video link in a post here on YouTube, which gives you access to the TradeSmart V1.0 script tutorial video. Moving on, now let's see how the original strategy performs. To set up the original strategy with our script, use the 9 to 9:30 interval for high-low detection. Leave the stochastic RSI at its original settings with a 20 level long and the 80 level short limit. Set the tolerance to 3 candles, and then let's set up the position and trade management rules. As the original strategy uses a 2x ATR stop loss with a 2x ATR trailing stop loss, let's set it up. To set this up, use the following settings at the exit strategy section. First, ATR base stop loss, 14 length ATR with RMA smoothing, and the 2 base risk multiplier. For the trailing stop loss, we do the same. So ATR based trailing stop loss type with 14 ATR length, RMA smoothing, and the 2 ATR factor. Also, don't forget to tick the only exit if price crosses under/over the trailing stop loss. Finally, modify the position sizing rules. Set the order size type to risk percentage initial and give it a 1 value. With that, the original strategy is all set. Now with the use of the script, we can backtest this strategy on a much bigger candle data than I did in the original backtest. So let's do that. Just before that, if you want to enter into our giveaway to win 2 months access to this 1 trade a day premium TradeSmart script, write down in the comment section which strategy would you love to see made into a trading script next, and choose from any strategy I have previously backtested manually. The deadline to enter is next Friday, so the 23rd of September. I will announce the winners on the 24th of September here on YouTube in a post format. If you are the winner, I will reply to your comment with further instructions. Good luck everyone! Now back to the backtest. If you have a premium TradingView account, you can access to the new deep backtesting function. This function allows you to backtest a strategy on a much bigger sample size. I tested how far we can go back, and the limit is December 2020 with our script. So I will set it as the starting date and leave the end date at today's date. The reason why we can go further is because our scripts became so big in size that TradingView can't work with more calculations. Now I will generate the backtesting results. Okay, here you can see the results. After 452 trades, the strategy has made 114% net profit, had a 41.72% win rate, and a 1.496 profit factor, and a maximum drawdown of 14%. These stats looks promising for a strategy. Usually 100 trades are not enough to prove a strategy's performance, and the strategies usually perform worse when tested on bigger sample size. That's why it is important to backtest a strategy on as much data as you can. Now let's compare the manual backtest results with the deep backtest results. On the right side you can see the manual backtest results and on the left side, the bigger 452 trade backtest. When I tested the strategy manually, I got 41 trades with 27.2% net profit, 51.2% win rate, and a 2.62 profit factor. With the script and the deep backtest function, we got 452 trades, 114% net profit, 41.72% win rate, and a 1.5 profit factor. If we only focus the differences, we can see that despite the strategy is still profitable, the deep backtest results are much worse than what I got with the manual backtest. But does this mean that the strategy is useless? Well, I wouldn't say that. In my opinion, this only means that the more realistic results are the ones we got with the deep backtest. More optimizations to come for this strategy, but for now I let you discover its potential. I recommend you try out the different time intervals, stop loss distances, trading stop losses, and changing the stochastic RSI to a bigger length. Also, you might get interesting results if you only focus on trading on a specific day. So let's say you only choose to trade on Mondays, or only choose to trade on Saturdays, or any other day. You can find all of these optimizations and more in our Discord channel once you become a Smart Trader tier member on our Patreon. And with that said, as always, thank you all for watching, have an amazing day, stay tuned for the tutorial video, and see you in the next video.